in the making of this program, and that none of the training you're about to see be attempted unless under expert supervision.
8 Brainees, 1 challenge. To use complex mass of 100 billion cells we call the brain for chance to win Brain-Jitsu Black Brain Belt. This is Brain-Jitsu. Born in Lancashire, trained in Japan, with mind as sharp as samurai sword. He is Brain Master. He is the sensei.
Konnichiwa, and welcome to Brain-Jitsu. Mental training specially designed to boost brain power and focus. My trainees, or brainees, have been following a basic programme of training in the comfort of their own home. A brain-boosting routine of exercise, sleep, and enough fruit and veg to stock a greengrocers.
I've been training for the past couple of days.
My brain's really improved in terms of concentration.
The last few days I've been training hard. I feel much more focused because my brain's been practicing a lot and I'm ready to beat all of the other lot.
Now my brainees must put their training into practice by testing a part of their brain we use every day.
Level 1. Yellow Vault.
Take a look at my very cluttered garage. Now, try to find a little rubber duck. Spotted it? Congratulations! You've just used your occipital lobes. This area, the seeing part of our brain, allows us to recognise and separate images from each other. The 7 brainees who use their occipital lobes the best will be allowed to enter my Brain-Jitsu dojo, where their training will continue. The one who fails will be left outside. Oh, feel the burn.
Enter the dojo!
Brainees must first answer 4 questions by counting different faces on the board in front of them. Get the questions right and they'll be left with a 4-digit code, which they must then use to unlock a piece of brain and secure their place in the dojo. But with only 7 pieces of brain and 8 brainees, one of either Sarah, Jack, Patrick, Freddie, Alice, Luca, Minat or Sarah will be left outside and eliminated. Ooh, you can cut the tension in the noodle bar with a very sharp chopstick as the 4 questions are revealed. How many green faces are there? How many black smiley faces are there? How many faces have 2 ears? How many red faces have 1 ear? The answer our brainees are looking for is 8771. The order in which they unlock their piece of brain will decide the order they take part in the next levels of the dojo. The brainee who does not complete this challenge will be eliminated. Jack is first up with Patrick, Sarah and Freddie close behind him. But have they got the right code? Soon there's 1 brainee to each piece of brain, but Sarah is left out in the cold. Unbelievable, Sarah has got the code wrong, leaving a gap wide open for Sarah. Leaping salmon sashimi. In a sudden twist, it seems all of her brainees have got the code wrong. The key to success is to remain calm and not get distracted. Use those occipital lobes and focus. Don't forget the code our brainees are looking for is 8771, as there are 8 green faces, 7 black smiley faces, 7 faces with 2 ears, and 1 red face with 1 ear. So, Patrick's cracked it first, with cheeky grin Freddie finishing a close second. 4 more brainees follow suit, leaving Sarah and Minat to battle it out for the final place in the dojo. Minat is staying calm under pressure. She's got the right combination of 8771. Now she just needs to try it out. She sees her opportunity and that's it. Minat is in and Sarah's out. So, as 7 enter the dojo for a chance to survive 6 more grueling levels of brain training, For Sarah, the dream of the black brain belt has ended before it even started.
I did my training at home, but I guess the pressure got to me, and I guess I didn't really count properly. Maybe I could have done a bit more training.
So with 6 levels to go, only Patrick, Freddie, Luca, Jack, Sarah, Alice and Minat have entered the dojo and achieved the first of their coloured brain belts.
The toughest competition here is Patrick. Everything, he's on it, he's on it, he's on it. I don't know, I'm just really scared now.
The annoying thing is though, because I finished it first, I have to do every single challenge first.
I did get it right because I revised a lot, but I just keep on panicking and everything.
Brain-Jitsu!
In this next level of training, things are going to get really hard.
Level 2, orange belt.
We do things every day without even thinking about it, like using the remote control for the telly. But try turning up the volume with the hand that you don't normally use. Go on, a lot more harder, isn't it? If you manage to do that, you're using part of your brain that deals with problem solving, the frontal lobes. And that's what level 2 is all about. Taking something you normally do without thinking and doing it differently. Work it. To prepare them for using their frontal lobes in the next challenge, my brainees are gonna need some training.
Room of mental nourishment.
The room of mental nourishment is where our young hopefuls will train their brains to help them progress to the next levels of the dojo. The more serious our brainees take the training, the better prepared they will be for the challenges that lie ahead. And in level 2, that challenge is all about getting their brains to think in a new way.
Brain training. Write the name of the brainy you think will win the black belt. Write backwards using the hand you don't normally write with.
Yeah, okay.
I think that means you have to write their name backwards. So if it was me, it'd be E-I-D-D-E-I-S.
Are you trying to persuade the group that you're going to be the winner, Freddie?
Personal, can I write people?
So, our brainees are writing backwards with the wrong hand. This will help them to think in a new way by getting them to use their frontal lobes.
Stop that.
Okay, the one name.
I'm writing Mindat because I think she's very focused.
You're gonna win. Wrong hand. This is hard.
For those who are struggling, here's a training tip.
Picture the words in front of you. Before you write it, think about each individual letter.
I see the tip.
But that's not how you do an F.
Ah.
I'm gonna write Freddie because I'm the best.
Looks like Freddie isn't concentrating on writing backwards, but is still trying to persuade Luca to think of him as the winner.
Oh, right, yeah.
In fact, he's now having a nap.
I'm sleeping.
Guys. How many people have written me?
Me.
Why?
I've written
I've probably written you because you're very confident. Because everyone probably assumes that the person who's most confident is going to win.
If you want to work your frontal lobes at home by writing backwards, just like Jack is right now, it will help improve your all-round focus. Will Minat be the challenge winner and prove Jack right? Will confident Patrick sail through? And will cheeky Freddie's nap have cost him the orange brain belt? There's only one way to find out. It's time for our brainees to really put their training to the test. Guardian of the dojo and task adjudicator the Shihan will now demonstrate the level 2 challenge.
Spell backwards. Step forwards.
To stand chance of gaining orange belt, 7 brainees must now think in reverse. Shihan will show them picture. They have to say what is. That is cat. Then they spell word backwards. T-A-C. Get right and our brainees can step forward. Get wrong and they stay put. Brainees can choose length of word they want to spell backwards. Longer word, more time they get to answer. 3 seconds for 3-letter word, up to 6 seconds for 6 letters. More letters, more steps towards destination. There is slight advantage to going first in challenge, but order brainees take part is order they completed level 1. Whoever not finish will be eliminated from the dojo.
My brainy tip here is to imagine the whole word and then break it down into groups of letters. Ho, ho, Work those frontal lobes.
4. K-R-O-F.
Confident Patrick remains just that as he gets his first answer correct.
4. Book. K-O-O-B.
Maybe Cheeky Freddy's little sleep helped him focus.
4. Bone. E-N-O-B.
Luca sails through.
5.
Jack's the first to really challenge his frontal lobes and attempt 5 letters.
Horse. E-S-R-O-H.
His brain training has really paid off there. 5 steps towards the finishing line. Now for the girls.
4. Dice. E-C-I-D.
Sarah does nice with dice.
5. Knife. E-F-I-N-K.
A cool 5 steps for Alice. She's as sharp as a knife, that one.
4. Bear. R-A-E-B.
And Minat means a full complement of correct answers for the first round. Now back to Patrick.
4. Dart. T-R-A-D.
Close one, Patrick. Nearly out of time.
4. Star. R-T-A-R.
Oh, Cheeky Freddy is the first to get one wrong. Perhaps he should have taken the training more seriously. As the challenge progresses, Jack, Alice and Minat also get their words wrong, leaving confident Patrick in a strong position to take first place and be the first to win his orange brain belt.
4. Nose. E-S-O-N.
A whole run of correct answers means Luca's second to reach the podium, with Sarah coming third, and amazingly, Cheeky Freddy takes 4th place. That just leaves Jack, Alice and Minat to battle it out for the last 2 orange brain belts.
3. Dog. G-O-D.
3. Cat. T-A-C.
So, this task has proven too much of a brain drain for Minat, and her journey to cerebral superiority has come to an end. She must relinquish her yellow brain belt and tread the lonely path of the...
Walk of eternal regret.
I'm happy that I got through the first round, but disappointed that I didn't get through the second round. What I do to improve my performance would be to focus more and to take it more seriously. I think Sarah might win because she's very focused and she's quite good at a lot of things.
So, with 5 levels to go, only Patrick, Freddy, Luca, Jack, Sarah and Alice have gained their orange brain belts.
Best person was Luca, because he coped with the pressure.
You think it's really easy, but until you actually do it, you don't actually understand how difficult it is.
If I get out now, it'll be really embarrassing because I've been doing quite well, and then to get out on a round for an easy mistake will be horrible.
Brain-Jitsu. Brainy, not so brainy.
Who's the clever clogs and whose brain needs a lot more training? First up, astronauts. This exclusive group is made up of some of the brightest buds on Earth. In 1969, astronaut Neil Armstrong stepped onto the moon uttering the immortal words, "One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind." I wonder if that was off the top of his head. Here's another group. No, not McFly. Oi, get your hair cut. These lot, the Sahara Marathon runners. These balmy boys and babes think nothing of legging it 4,500 miles across the Sahara Desert in temperatures well over 100 degrees. Phew! And it takes these jokers 100 days to reach the finish line, if they ever get there. I'm tired just thinking about it. Brainy astronauts, not so brainy Sahara runners.
Brain-Jitsu.
Pressure in Brain-Jitsu Dojo rising. Now just 6 young hopefuls remain to compete under watchful eye of Shihan. Confident Patrick, who has won both tasks. Cheeky Freddy.
The next person I think to go will be one of the girls.
Quiet Alice, who could be dark horse in dojo. Sarah.
Me and Alice have got a tactic and it's to knock the boys out.
Jack, who is placed well in both rounds. And Luca.
No offense, but I think Alice is gonna go.
Challenge is about to get even tougher. Only 2 Brainies will make final test. Table of Supreme Focus, where they must move ball with power of mind. For chance to win, Brain-Jitsu Black Brain Belt. It's time for Level 3. Result!
Now, we all like to chat, but did you know that using words to communicate is one of the main reasons why our brains have grown so incredibly powerful? And that having a conversation exercises both halves of the brain. Now, if all that's doing your head in, allow me to explain. Imagine you're the trumpet player in an orchestra. Your main focus is on your own notes, but the conductor, well, he has to listen for everyone's notes. It's the same with the brain. There's the left half, which deals with the details, and there's the right half, which looks at the overall picture. This next level of training strengthens my brainies' focus by working one half of their brain under pressure. Hey, pump it up!
Room of mental nourishment.
It's our second visit to the brain training room of mental nourishment. Brainees have a choice as to whether or not they take part, but any extra training they do will help them with the next challenge. For level 3, it's communication.
Get into 2 groups. One group describes the picture in front of them. The other group draws it.
So, our brainies are in 2 groups. One group should use the right side of their brains to describe clearly how to draw the picture. The other team should use the left side of their brains to concentrate on interpreting those instructions to draw the same picture.
And then do a dot on A3. And then draw another dot on...
To the right of 3.
Yeah. And one between 3 and 4 and one between 2 and 3. Yeah, and...
It's not going very well so far, is it? The key is to work together as a team, communicate clearly, talk one at a time and listen to each other.
You see where 1 joins 2? Yeah. And you see where C joins D? Now, draw a dot on the top line of E.
No, just draw a squiggle coming...
Okay, guys, can you speak one at a time? Yeah, well, you try explaining it then.
For the sake of peace and harmony, it's time for a training tip.
Use short, clear instructions. Imagine yourself hearing them.
Okay. So guys, I think we should speak one at a time. Basically, what you should have at the moment, a big oval shape.
Yeah. An oval shape.
Another oval shape in the middle.
Yeah.
And then in the middle of that oval shape, a circle.
Yeah.
In the middle of the circle, 2 dots.
Yeah.
Right. You see those 4 squares? The equal squares.
So where they join?
No, in the...
Or in the middle?
Okay,
Just like, in the middle.
Jack really takes the communication tip on board, and Cheeky Freddy is taking this training a lot more seriously.
Okay, draw up from the top. Yep. Over in like a loop, crossing round, then up like a 6, yeah? Between 3 and 4.
Confident Patrick hasn't really taken part. This communication exercise is designed to help our brainies do well in the next challenge, but he seems to be opting out.
Oh my god!
See?
What is that?
Oh.
We honestly didn't say that. This bit.
So Jack and Freddy really outshone the others. Will their hard work pay off? Will Patrick's silence be his downfall? Time to find out as our 6 now put their communication training to the test to compete for their green brain belt.
Lantern whack number crack.
This level tests how well our brainies can communicate. So, our 6 need to be in teams of 2. The chopsticks will decide the pairs. So there's Sarah and Jack, who both did well in the training. Alice and Luca, and Freddie and Patrick. Those 2 are obviously buddies, but will they work well as a team?
6 lanterns per team, containing numbers and confetti. Pairs need to decide who is guider, who is whacker. Whacker is blindfolded and holds soft, spongy bat. Guider shouts out instructions to Whacker. Whacker has to hit lanterns to release numbers. Once all lanterns are smashed, Guider shouts Brain-Jitsu, and team needs to collect only numbers. Pairs must arrange numbers to make correct sum and hit gong when happy with answer. Green Brain Belt will be reward for first 2 teams with correct answers. One of losing pair will face walk of eternal regret.
The key to success here is for the guider to use the right side of their brain to follow their teammates' progress and give them clear instructions. For their partner, it's vital they use the left side of their brain to focus on these instructions and nothing else.
Smash! Go! Go! Go!
The gong sounds and suddenly everything goes crazier than underwater karaoke. Luca is hitting his lanterns faster than a bullet train. Here are the numbers our brainees are looking for. See if you can work out the sum. Cheeky Freddy seems to have forgotten all his training. Shouting isn't a good way of communicating, and Patrick has no idea which way to whack. Sarah and Jack both communicated well in the training, and it shows because they've already finished their sum. Still trailing behind is Patrick and Freddy. They can't find all their numbers, and the frustration is maddening.
Okay, Patrick! Oh crap, I just dropped them! What have we got now? And then that's 8! Okay, wait.
2 times 6 plus 8 equals 20. Luca and Alice have gonged to show they're happy with their answer, and it looks good to me. Patrick and Freddy finally get their missing number and work out the sum in seconds, but it looks like it's too late.
Yes!
The other 2 teams have got theirs correct, and in a faster time, which means that Patrick and Freddy are the losers, and will now go face to face in the...
Stare off.
Both brainees must use their training to focus on fighting the urge to blink. There's only one green belt up for grabs, so who'll blink first and be eliminated? It's a shocking result. Confident Patrick has lost. His fellow brainees thought he was favourite to win, but he was the first to blink, and now he's out and faces the lonely...
Walk of eternal regret.
I feel really disappointed about getting out of it because I thought I was doing quite well. The real thing that went wrong was our communication, and also the fact that, well, we couldn't find our numbers.
So with 4 levels left, it's green brain belts for Freddy, Luca, Jack, Sarah and Alice.
I'm quite scared now because I've been in the bottom 2 and I had to stare off Patrick, which is quite hard because he's much taller than me.
After the first round, we realised how much the training was important, so I think we paid a lot more attention during the training, and I think that helped us a lot.
Brain-Jitsu.
Level 4.
Revolt!
This 4th level requires our brainees to master a primitive part of the brain called the amygdala, the area that responds to threat. Remember the last time you felt afraid or panicky? Maybe it was on a dark night. Well, that feeling was triggered by the old amygdala.
Stress can make you lose focus. Fact. Which is why my brainees must train to keep their emotions under control.
Room of mental nourishment.
We're back in the room of mental nourishment, and it's time for our 5 remaining green belt holders to overcome fear and stay totally focused.
Okay guys, brain training. Form a circle, pass the disgusting drink around the circle, only passing it on when you've said a different word beginning with A. After 1 minute, the brainee holding the drink has to drink it.
Ew. Oh
Does everybody get it?
Yeah, but what's in that?
Milk, blue cheese and just a dash of black pepper.
I'm serious?
Oh my god, it is revolting.
Revolting or not, it's time to play.
Addictive. Alphabet. Apocalypse.
Aardvark.
Animal.
Arch.
Applenesium.
Applenesium, that's not a word, Luca.
Alligator.
Asks.
Asknesium.
Asknesium, Luca's amygdala is working overtime, and his fear of the drink is making it impossible for him to think of a real word.
Gong.
That gong means a minute's up, and Freddie has to drink the cheesy drink, which he does pretty fearlessly.
Done. Or something might be sick.
Oh, you can taste the cheese!
Training tip time.
Don't fear the drink, welcome it as your friend.
Oh, yeah. Hi, drink!
If you imagine the drink as something nice like hot chocolate, you'll stay calm. Fear in the drink will cloud your focus, and you won't be able to come up with any words at all.
Anti-establishment areas.
The training tip has worked for Quiet Alice, a 28-letter word.
Anything! Antarctica.
Assuming.
If you practice this technique at home, it will allow you to keep your emotions under control, stop you from panicking, and help you focus better in situations like exams. That's another minute up, but there seems to be a dispute over who's got to drink.
Drink it. I think he should drink it. No.
Yes. You drink half of it, you drink the other half. When the thing came to me and I thought, let wait. Vomit. That's all I could think about.
Can Alice bring this kind of focus to the next level? Will Fearless Freddy rise to the challenge? And will Luca's anxiety lead to elimination? Our 5 must now put their brain training to the test to overcome fear and compete for the blue brain belt. But wait, in an unexpected twist, Jack has come down with a cold and is forced to pull out.
I was feeling really unwell all day and just couldn't continue. I was really gutted that I had to leave the dojo, and I thought I was focusing well.
Under Brain-Jitsu rules, if someone is unable to continue, then their place can be taken by the last person to be eliminated. So that's Patrick.
I think the next task, I should really concentrate on what we have to do. Well, they may have had a head start, but there's no reason why I still couldn't be successful, because I have done a lot of training by myself at home. And I think I've been given a second chance, and I should take it.
So, from this to this, in the blink of an eye, the thought of winning really has got Patrick excited as he re-enters the dojo to compete for the blue brain belt. Things really are getting interesting, so let's get on with it.
Creepy crawly word grab.
This level, real test of mind over matter for brainees, and will push them to really overcome their fear. Underneath the creepy crawlies lie an assortment of letters worth different points. Brainees have just 1 minute to plunge hands into tank and pick out up to 7 letters each. They then have a further minute to make higher scoring word they can.
To do well, my brainees must block out the signals coming from their amygdala and ignore the creepy crawlies. The quicker they combat their fear, the more time they'll have to pick out the high-scoring letters. Brainees should dig deep under the maggots and keep a keen eye out for the golden letters, because if they find one and manage to use it in their word, they'll double their score. Freddy really is looking fearless. Sarah's making yucky faces. She must concentrate on finding letters.
N, J.
Remember your training, Luca, and focus. Don't be scared of the maggots or the gong.
Oh, 6.
Quiet Alice looking calm as usual. She's learnt well. Comeback Kid Patrick is actually choosing which letters to pick. He really has been training at home.
Gold letters.
The gong means that their minute is up, and now our brainees have another minute to make the longest word they can out of the letters they have collected.
What is that, Z? Oh, I'm gonna lose this.
Was Luca trying to spell Brain-Jitsu? I think he's gonna struggle to make anything without any vowels. And Sarah hasn't really left herself with many options either. See if you can make a word from the anagram on the screen now. So, how have our green belt holders fared?
Game.
That's 7 points for Fearless Freddy.
Buzz just was.
Your made-up words may have fooled them in the room of mental nourishment, Luca, but you can't fool the Sheehan. No points. Will the Sheehan allow it? Nope. No points for you either, Sarah.
Dolce.
Sounds good, Alice. But sadly, that's just not English. Now for the comeback kid, Patrick.
Jungle.
Hold up. The Sheehan can smell something fishy, and it's not sushi. Nice try, Patrick, but your N was really a U. No points. So that means Cheeky Freddy has won his blue belt, but the other 4 have no score, and we have a tie-break situation. Either Luca, Sarah, Alice or Patrick will be eliminated. It all hangs on the...
Tie-break chopstick challenge!
It's tough but fair. Our brainees have just 5 seconds to engage their occipital lobes, the seeing part of the brain, and quickly work out how many chopsticks they see. Time to reveal our brainees' answers. 45 for Luca.
75. 50.
52.
The actual number is... So Luca's answer of 45 was furthest from the correct number of 81 chopsticks, and he looks gutted because he must now leave the dojo for good.
Walk of eternal regret.
Well, I just didn't have a strategy during the maggot game. I just pulled out mindless letters, so I had, I could make a word. Well, by the time I was through that chopstick thing, I knew I was out. To come this far and then to lose, it's just really annoying. That's all.
So, with only 3 levels to go, Freddie, Sarah, Alice and Patrick proudly wear their blue brain belts.
I think the training did help in the way that you had to pretend that the maggots weren't there, that they were your friend, they're not going to hurt you. Because the fact is that they're not.
It was like, well, scary and disgusting, and they were like little and... Ugh.
I've been given the second chance and I should use it.
I made blue. All I have to do now is red, brown and black. It seems easy, but it's not.
Brain-Jitsu! Brainy, not so brainy.
Who's the clever clogs and whose brain needs a lot more training? All the world's a stage and all the men and women merely players. Just one of the many great lines that came from the feathery pen of Mr. William Shakespeare. In total, he wrote nearly 40 plays and 154 poems called sonnets, and over 400 years later, we're still reading them. Pretty impressive stuff, Will. Your poor hand must have really ached after all that writing now. Ouch! About 100 years later, another writer, a French geezer called Jean-Baptiste Vivien de Chateaubriand, spent 40 years perfecting just 2 measly plays. And if that weren't bad enough, just as he's on the point of finishing them off, his housekeeper only goes and mistakes the manuscripts for wrapping paper and puts the kibosh on his life's work. Oh, gutty. Brainy, Shakespeare. Not so brainy, Jean-Baptiste.
Brain-Jitsu!
Tension in Brain-Jitsu Dojo is mounting, as now just 4 young hopefuls remain to compete under watchful eye of Shihan. Their journey has more twists than Japanese pretzel. Cheeky Freddy, confident after winning last challenge. Sarah, ranked first of girls 4 times in a row.
I'm like really, really close to winning the black belt, and it would be a shame to like sort of lose in these rounds.
Quiet Alice could be dark horse in this mind race. And comeback kid Patrick, who made dramatic exit after losing stare-off with Freddy, only to return at next level when Jack fall ill.
I think I'm definitely back to win it.
Only 2 brainies will make it to final test, the table of supreme focus, where they must move ball with power of mind. The Brain-Jitsu Black Brain Belt is within their grasp, as it's time for... Level 5, Red Belt!
Now, if you've just taken up competitive bog snorkeling, then you might be interested to know that your new hobby is doing wonders for the old grey matter, exercising both the thinking part of the brain, the cerebrum, and the doing part, the cerebellum. You see, doing new things increases the flow of blood into your head, which keeps your brain cells topped up with the oxygen they need to perform at their best. So, in level 5, my brainies are going to be challenged to learn new skills. Now, you can speed up how quickly the brain takes in new stuff. And this is what our brainies are going to train for now.
Room of mental nourishment.
It's our brainies' 4th visit to the room of mental nourishment, and for this brain training exercise they're going to be really working their brains by learning something new.
Brain training. Spin the drumstick between your fingers for as long as possible.
Okay.
Good idea, actually.
Well, okay. Yeah, this is one hand, doesn't it? Does it say one hand?
Well, probably.
I'm just doing it between because it says in between your fingers, not between your
Hands.
2 hands would be too easy, Freddie. This exercise needs to be taxing, so the thinking part of your brain and the doing part of your brain are equally pushed.
All you have to do is like sort of control it. And
Guys, just look at me. Just all you have to do is put your index finger over your ring finger and just keep doing that. Finger there.
Take a look
Finger
at
there, and
that.
you do that.
You kind of have it between your index finger and your third finger, and then you kind of just spin it between your index finger and your ring finger.
Can't you just like sort of put it through your fingers and like change every time you want to change it and stuff?
You just do this. Just put it like this. So
Come on, you watch. You watch.
Training tip time.
Listen, guys. Be confident in yourself. Look in the mirror and tell yourself you can do it.
I can do it. I can
Look
do
in the
it.
mirror. My smash.
very funny.
Cheeky Freddie.
I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. I'm the best. I'm amazing. I know I can do it. I know.
Oh yeah, you really reckon you're the best?
I can do it. Come on, man. You're great. You're better than Freddie. I think.
Yeah.
Both boys seem very self-assured already, but boosting your confidence really can help if you're learning something new. Stay positive, and you're much more likely to succeed at your new skill.
I am the best. I love me. I rule.
So, will Freddie and Patrick's boyish confidence help them at the next level? Alice and Sarah don't seem to have the same natural self-assurance. Will this lead to their elimination? Only time will tell, as our 4 must now put their training to the test to learn a new skill for their red brain belt.
Chop, chop, don't drop.
To win red brain belt, brainees must remain mentally confident as they learn new physical skill. Remaining 4 must keep ball in airflow and guide it along obstacle course, through hoops and into basket. It is race against clock, but brainees must remain confident. There is 5-second penalty every time ball drops. Brainy with slowest time will be eliminated.
The tip for my brainies in this next task is to remain calm and think positive thoughts. Giving in to frustration will only lessen their focus and slow them up. The atmosphere in the dojo is hotter than wasabi, as all 4 brainies get off to a shaky start. They must achieve mental focus to master this new physical skill. Freddie is as cheeky as the rear end of a sumo wrestler, but can his confidence sustain the pressure? It's a strong finish for Freddie, but is it enough to get the red? Patrick's ego took a bigger battering than tempura vegetables when he was knocked out at level 3. Has the training given him his confidence back? Trouble with the bar in the middle there, but excellent basket work at the end. Both girls didn't seem as mentally positive as the boys in their training. Will it affect their physical performances? Sarah's mind must stay confident and focused, or she won't be able to control her body, and her dream of the black belt will fold like origami. Oh, a disastrous ending. Will Alice fare better? Alice isn't as naturally confident as the others, and it seems to be getting her in trouble here. So a bad ending for both girls, but who'll be eliminated? Time for the results. Freddie finished in 47 seconds, but he had 9 penalties, which means his total is 1 minute 32 seconds. Sarah's time was 1 minute 39 seconds with 19 penalties, so a total of 3 minutes 14 seconds. Alice finished in 58 seconds with 15 penalties, giving a total time of 2 minutes 13 seconds. It all hangs on Patrick. He completed the course in 1 minute 3 seconds, and with 16 penalties, his total is 2 minutes 23 seconds. So that's 2 wins in a row for Freddie. He's looking unstoppable, but for Sarah, it's sayonara.
Walk of eternal regret.
I'm a bit sad, but I'm also glad that I got to like 2 rounds before I'd win the black belt, and I'm really like proud of my achievement. I think Freddie has a good chance of winning. He's sort of like pulled himself through all the rounds, and I think he might win.
So with only 2 levels left, Freddie, Alice and Patrick stand proud in red.
I think the people on the table of supreme focus will probably be Freddie and maybe me.
I have no idea what's going to happen next, but I'm just so nervous.
I think I could go all the way.
Brain-Jitsu.
Level 6, roll bolt!
It's this level which will decide which 2 of my remaining brainees will go on to battle it out for the black belt. Now, imagine you're in your school play. As well as lines to remember and moving around on stage, there's also the audience watching you. It's remembering stuff under pressure like this that level 6 is all about. It centres around 3 areas of the brain. The seeing part, the occipital lobes, the memory part, the temporal lobes, and the movement part, the cerebellum. To the max.
Room of mental nourishment.
With only 3 brainees remaining, this penultimate brain training challenge is all about improving your memory. Sorry, what was I saying?
Brain training. Memorize the sequence of objects. Okay, let's
Okay.
go there. Each do a table. I'll do this.
Remember it as a story, for instance. So, like, the frog got crushed by a hammer, and so they flushed it down the loo.
The gnome ate the jelly beans whilst combing him and drinking.
So in this task, our 3 remaining red belt holders are exercising their occipital lobes, or seeing part of their brain, and their temporal lobes, the memory bank. The gong means mix the objects up, and when they're good and mixed, our brainees have to pick out the random objects they have memorised.
Take your own, guys. Pass the water glass, please. Right, guys. Be that way. Right.
Oh! Are you too confident you've got it right?
Definitely.
They've done pretty well, but here's a training tip.
Create a story linking the objects together. That's a bit like what we did, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Alice second-guessed the tip at the start of the training, so she has an idea to make it harder this time.
Okay, how about this time we jumble them up, put them in a different order, and let's say we have 15 seconds to make up a story and link all our stories together this
Okay.
time.
Cool. Okay, let's go.
There's a picture of a rat wearing sunglasses.
And the frog wanted to smash it because he didn't like the rat.
The gnome decided to poison the chicken.
Yeah, the chicken came out
and so
was
he
flushed down the loo and was recycled into a banana, which was stuck on the top of the Eiffel Tower.
And eaten by a snake.
And eaten by a snake.
Okay, turn around, jumble them up.
Memory tests like this are a great way to train your brain. Next time you go shopping, make a story out of your list and see if you can remember everything on it.
The rat had glasses and he was in the picture.
Something happened with the chickens.
Which was stuck on the Eiffel Tower, which the snake ate.
Alice really shone in the training, but will she apply it to the task ahead? Or will Patrick and Freddie use Alice's tip to triumph? Our final 3 must now put their memory training to the test to win their brown brain belt and secure their place on the table of supreme focus.
Super Memory Dizzy Dash.
Each brainee is spun round on dizzy wheel a total of 10 times. Their task, to use all their power of focus to memorize 5 images in front of them. Then race against clock to cross balancing beam and collect same 5 images from 10 hanging above them. Then must arrange images in reverse order. When they are happy with their selection, a hit of gong stops clock.
My tip for the Brainies is to keep focused on the main objective and use their training to link the 5 images together.
So, our final 3 brave the wheel to compete for their brown brain belt and for a chance to triumph over the table of supreme focus. Time to spin. Will their memory training help our Brainies ignore the effects of the wheel and memorise the images? The order they are looking for is at the bottom of the screen. Cheeky Freddy's repeating the pictures out loud to help him remember them. Will this tactic help him make it 3 wins in a row? This is the ultimate test of distraction for our Brainies. Not only are they under pressure as they race against the clock, but they have to fight the dizziness to collect only the 5 images they saw from the 10 hanging above them. Then they have to arrange those images in reverse order. Every image they get wrong means a 5-second penalty. The Brainie with the slowest time will be eliminated from the dojo. Freddy's got full marks. Next up, Alice. Has her memory training paid off? She's looking a bit wobbly. Don't forget, this challenge decides which 2 Brainies will go through to the final round, the table of supreme focus. Alice is struggling a little with the order. She seems happy with her answer, but I think the dizziness must have got to her. Finally, comeback kid Patrick gets his turn. He looks as confident as ever as he takes on the beam. And doesn't dilly-dally with the order. But will it be fast enough to secure his place in the final? Time for the results. Freddy, 50 seconds and no penalties. Alice, 1 minute 17 plus 15 seconds of penalties for 3 images in the wrong order. That's 132 in total. It all hangs on Patrick's score. 57 seconds and no penalties, which means it's 3 in a row for Cheeky Freddy, and Quiet Alice is out.
Walk of eternal regret.
I feel really disappointed. But I got this far, so I have no idea who's going to win. Freddy seems very confident, but Patrick kind of gets on with it.
So, with only 1 level to go, it leaves just Cheeky Freddy and comeback kid Patrick to wear the brown brain belts in preparation for the final.
Yes, can't believe I won. I'm going to be in the final. I have to play for Patrick in the table of supreme focus. Yes! I got through! I think Patrick's got a bit weaker now, so I might do well against him. I hope I win.
To feel that black brain belt on my head, I just feel like I was being crowned king or something.
Brain-Jitsu.
8 young hopefuls arrived at Brain Training Dojo to fight it out for Brain-Jitsu Black Brain Belt. As challenges got tougher, Brainies got fewer. Some lacked speed. Others cracked under pressure. But one by one, they have been eliminated until just 2 remain. Cheeky Freddy, who is riding high after 3 straight wins.
Now I've come first again. Maybe, hopefully I can come first and win the whole thing.
And comeback kid Patrick, whose dramatic exit shocked everyone, but who got second chance at glory.
I feel like I should win because I've been given a second chance and I want to make the most of it.
But who will use brain training to the max to win final challenge? Level 7, Black Belt!
So, this is it. Between my 2 remaining Brainies and the black belt stands Brain-Jitsu's ultimate challenge, a mental duel that is head to head in every sense. The battlefield? A table. But not just any table. For this, my friends, is the table of supreme focus, where our two brainees will attempt to move a ball across the table using only the power of their mind. By getting this far, they've already demonstrated mental control under many different types of pressure. But now, they must learn to focus their minds by entering a state of total calm. To prepare them, my two finalists will need to get into the zone.
Room of mental nourishment.
Yes!
We welcome Patrick and Freddie, our two brown brain belt holders, to the final room of mental nourishment. For this task, brainees must bring together all the training they have received to achieve ultimate focus.
Brain training. Mentally prepare yourself for the final task. Don't let the sounds put you off.
That's it, just lie back and relax. Comeback Kid Patrick looks very focused. He's clearly determined not to let the black brain belt slip away twice. Cheeky Freddy, however, seems to be having a hard time concentrating. Maybe the training tip will help.
Breathe in slowly through your nose. Feel the passage of air. Count to 5. Breathe out slowly through your mouth, counting to 5. Repeat.
Patrick is in the zone again. But Freddy can't seem to find his focus and is having to physically block out the noise.
Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out.
I think I could go all the way. The way.
I think I'm definitely back to win it. To win it.
To survive the table of supreme focus and win the black brain belt, my brainees must now put all their brain training to the test.
Come on then!
Will Cheeky Freddy make it 4 wins in a row?
Steady, Freddy.
Or will Comeback Kid Patrick ace the final exam? Let's find out.
Table of supreme focus.
Rules are simple. Each brainee must push ball to the opponent's end of table, using only power of mind. Sensors in brainees' headbands measure brainwaves. This is converted into electrical signal, which moves ball. More focused mind, stronger signal, and faster ball will travel. See how brainees are doing on this readout. 2 lines represent each player's brainwaves. Lower the line, more concentrated their mind.
To make sure this is the test of all tests, our brainees must win the best of 3 rounds. So, this is the big one. Our 2 finalists must use all their brain training to enter their zone of absolute focus if they are to succeed. This is the reason they came to the dojo. This is the moment they've been training for. The she-hand starts them off and the mind race is on. Patrick's the first to move the ball. The low black line on the readout shows he's really exploiting his brain training, and he's breathing steadily to maximise his focus. Freddy's high green line and those scrunched up eyes show anything but relaxation. Comeback Kid Patrick has won the first round. He's achieved maximum focus and will have gained even more confidence from that win. Can Cheeky Freddy get back the self-belief he's had throughout his time in the dojo to even the score? It's another flying start for Patrick. His lower black brainwave line shows he's still very much in the zone. Patrick's lost focus for a second and the ball stopped. But he's on a roll again. Cheeky Freddy looking a little flushed. That's it. It's all over. It's a triumph for comeback kid Patrick. He used his training to the max to prove himself a true master of the mind and worthy winner of the black belt of Brain-Jitsu.
After all the training we did, just to get to this point is really amazing. It's I can't really put it into words. I'm just astounded.
Glory for one brings disappointment for another. He fought valiantly, but now Freddie must leave the dojo.
Walk of eternal regret.
Thought of nothing, as in just blank, as in nothing. Get everything out of my head, but the ball still kept coming. Patrick had, I don't know, a weapon inside. I did the best I could, and that's good enough.
So, cheeky Freddie was pipped at the post, and it's a triumph for comeback kid Patrick. After being knocked out in the stare-off against Freddie at level 3, Jack's illness gave him his passport back into the dojo, and he grabbed that second chance with both hands. 2-0 in the final challenge shows he truly used all his brain training to win the Brain-Jitsu Black Brain Belt. Champion. Our journey has come to an end. Another brainee has proven themselves worthy to wear the Brain-Jitsu Black Belt. But while Brain-Jitsu might represent the most extreme form of brain training, its philosophy can be shared by all. Each and every one of you has it in your power to grow your mind. All it takes is dedication and practice. This has been
Brain-Jitsu.
Do you remember when the gnomes trashed the Blue Peter Garden?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
No.
Do you want me to play the best of montage?
No, I'll get it. Yeah, got it. No, that's what I had for breakfast. No, I've got it. No, that happened 4 minutes ago. No, I'm out.
Ron, play VT.
Hello, welcome to Gnome Watch with me, Jefferson Excelsior Turner. One time. What have the gnomes been up to this week? We go to our roving reporter in the field, Daniel Veronica Clarkson, to find out. Dan! Can you hear me?
Who said that?
It's me, Dan.
Jeff! Where are you?
I'm in your ear. Where are you?
Oh, hello, Jeff. I'm in the wilds of the Arctic tundra.
I'm covered in fish, Jeff.
I'm on a cloud, Jeff.
I'm in the field, Jeff.
Get on with it.
On with it I will get, Jeff. If it's hatred of gnomes you want, then hatred of gnomes and fish you've got. Right here, here, and here for 99p. Bargain.
Those poor little fishies. They didn't stand a chance.
I know, Jeff. This is worse than that incident of Zoe Salmon back in 2007.
Kiss one.
How you doing? The gnomes have struck again, this time going bigger and better than ever before. They've struck the moon. They have in fact dragged the moon to the earth, for they believe it is made of cheese. And you know gnomes love cheese.
We're here in the Blue Peter Garden, where the incident took place only days ago that the world is now knowing as the gnomes smashing the flower pots incident.
So can you tell me anything about these gnomes? Anything at all?
Really?
Can you hear me, Daniel?
Yes, I can hear you, Jeff. I'm just choosing to ignore you.
Where are you? And use me up!
I'm in the field, Jeff. Quite literally, in a field. Why? Because gnomes have started stealing cows. Why? To feed their insatiable hunger for cheese. All over the land, cows are running scared. Just look at this cow behind me. Too scared to move.
Really?
No.
News me up, Dan!
I'll news you up good, Jeff. It turns out the gnomes are quite literally stealing clouds from the sky.
Analysis.
I thought I was making this up, but now gnomes are quite literally stealing the clouds from under my feet.
What are you standing on?
I'm not quite sure, Jeff. Yep, I can confirm that I am plummeting to my doom. Catch me, Jeff.
So, I said to her, if you
This is Daniel Veronica Clarkson, wondering if he can have a lollipop now.
Yes, I think he's mildly concussed.
Hi there, welcome to Best of Friends.